Friday, May 26, 2023. I'm here in Delmar, kicking myself for not heading out of town this weekend. I thought it was going to be a really busy day at work. I thought I was going to have to bring a lot of work home. Turned out not to happen that way. We got to leave at 2:30. So I ended up coming home and then working on my bike, which I ended up becoming a disaster. I kept pulling, and I tried to get putting the spokes on it. I ended up pulling them, and I just couldn't get things adjusted. So tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock, I'm going to the down tube and saying, fix it. I mean, you know, see if they have a solution, permanent solution to the spokes. And I'm going to have them fix the derailleur and get that all tuned up and stuff. I was going to do it myself. Bikes aren't that complicated, but at a certain point, it's not worth the aggravation. I want a good, reliable working bike. If it costs some money, it's not going to be that much. I mean, I really wouldn't think twice that much about putting $1,000 repair into my truck. So they're not. It's not going to be $1,000 bike repair. Because it's $1,000 bike repair, I'm going to have a brand new bike, and I don't really want a brand new bike. At that point, I would just probably get the some kind of a used bike, and maybe they'll trade in the old bike for parts or something. I don't know, but or I could donate it somewhere. But I just want to have a reliable bike, and I can take the money out of the bank to do it if I need to get money to do it. But I'm not that worried about it. I mean, I just want to be able to have the convenience to be able to get around town on the bike, be able to take up to camp, ride around from camp. Because you just travel so many more miles on a bike than you can by walking. I mean, I like walking, to be honest, and walking is always reliable. You're not going to break down. Well, like on a bike, you might break down. But I mean, a 20-mile hike walking, that's a full day hike. 20-mile bike ride, that's 2 hours, maybe 2.5 hours, especially on relatively level terrain. You can really cover so much more on a bike, and you can stop anywhere. And I mean, there's just miles and miles of bike trails I can ride from my house. I mean, I'm literally less than a mile away from the Helderberg bike trail, which connects up to the Empire Trail. And while there are a few road sections, I can pretty much ride from my house to Buffalo and probably ride a road all of about, I don't know, 10 miles. No, maybe a little more than that. So less than 50 miles is on road. Everything else is all on bike trails. I mean, it's really amazing when you do the Empire Trail. I've been studying it, plus summer vacation. If I go out to the Finger Lakes, for one, there's a lot when I'm up on in the national forest to get around from place to place quickly. Or I'm just thinking I can even just start biking when you're up on the hump there. You can do, just go. I could probably bike all the way out to Seneca Falls from Hector, and it wouldn't be all that much of an elevation change. And then there's the Black Diamond Trail and the Cayuta Valley Trail, both excellent old railroad grades, perfect for bicycling. I mean, the great thing about bicycling is you can just park anywhere. You don't have parking. You don't have to pay for parking for a bicycle. You don't have to deal with traffic, getting in and out. I mean, I used to love it in the city. It used to be the best way. I mean, as soon as I have a bike running, I'm going to be riding back and forth to work unless it's like a session day or where I dress up or I don't know. I just a day where I have a lot of gear to bring back and forth. If I have my laptop on my back, I'm not going to ride to work or laptop on, although I might ride down to the express bus stop and toss the bike on the bus or lock it up there. But I definitely want to get a bike working. So I went grocery shopping. I was really upset that I ended up spending a lot of money on grocery shopping, but I needed some supplies for camping. Um, just a bunch of stuff, and then just some of the I like to be well stocked up on groceries because I want to stuff both for the week and for camping, and because I buy so much fresh fruit and vegetables for camping, that adds a lot of cost to things. And I did get a case of beer. I'm not going to drink a lot of beer, but it'd be nice to have beer so too at night, with dinner or maybe late at night with a fire. I still haven't decided. I didn't buy any cookies. I might at some point do that for camping, but I really been trying to stay away from sugar as much as possible. And I mean, like likewise, I mean, I might at some point do hamburgers or something, but again, just try to stay away from that stuff as much as possible. I mean, I probably for this week I'm gonna do either chicken or salmon when I'm out camping. It's just gonna be very lightweight hammock camping. It's nice for change where I'll be with won't be anybody else around. Although I'm still kicking myself about not going out the Adirondacks this weekend, but I'm sure it would have been buggy, um, hot and buggy. But it's fine. I want next weekend. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get out camping. I do want to check the lug nuts on this truck where I put the wheel back on, just to make sure they haven't loosened up. I don't want another situation like I had out in the Finger Lakes. Although now I know what that noise is, so if I have a loose lug nut, I'm gonna just cop out and grab the lug wrench and tighten it up. But I want to check them, just make sure they are fully torqued, because I worried that I might not have torqued it enough. Actually, I did notice when I took the spare off, that wheel did seem a little loose, and I was sure I torqued it. So I think they do loosen up a little bit if you don't get things real tight. Other than that, I'm moving along. I'm kind of pissed that I didn't get up the Adirondacks this weekend, but I said I'm going camping next weekend. Maybe Charles Baker. I don't think I'm gonna have the bike back by then. I'd rather wait till I have the bike back so I can do all those roads at Charles Baker. Um, so that would probably be July by this point, because Juneteenth weekend I'm gonna go up to the Potholers, probably do 4 or 5 nights there. Camp one down in the south end of Pasico Valley Road, and second half up at the northern end of Pasico Valley Road. And then I might camp somewhere around Speculator on my way to the fall. I do love that campsite, that's up off of campsite 14. I think it's Harmon Hill or one of those hills off of, uh, I guess it's Jessup River Road there. I love it because it has cell service. I mean, it is hot in the summer. That's the one thing. There's just you're always in the sun. I mean, it's great for the solar. The truck is great for remote work. I have good cell service there. But I didn't think I was going to get that site if I left at 5 o'clock today and went up there. And about that site, there are some other sites, but there's not, the cell service is more spotty and there isn't the solar. And if I was going to be working all weekend, that wouldn't work either. So, yeah, I was kind of disappointed about this weekend, but I am going to try to get out and do 2 nights hammock camping. I actually got an inexpensive hammock screen, so hopefully the bugs won't eat me alive at night. And then I'll run back and forth with food to the truck, getting stuff out for cooking. We just have the frying pan, and yeah, it should be a nice weekend. It's not what I often do on Memorial Day weekend, but hopefully the bugs won't be so bad doing it this way. And it'll be a different experience. And then the next weekend will be probably traditional truck camping, probably Schoharie. Might do Rensselaerville State Forest. I could still do the Adirondacks. I mean, I wouldn't mind going up to Lily Lake and camping out that way. Well, that's kind of a trip for 2 days, but it is still closer than Pasico Valley Road, and I do like it up there. And they just recently rebuilt the road back to those campsites, so it's not so rough. And yeah, I mean, if I was up there, I would probably fish and then paddle most of the day, then camp at one of the drive-in sites up there that by the Stratford Dam. But I don't know. And then the following weekend, obviously, it's the gas up. Well, I've been talking for 9 minutes now almost, so that was my day. I did kind of drop the ball on a couple projects when I was leaving work early, because didn't expect to leave work early, and then I was so cranky about not being up the Adirondacks, and then everything did not quite plan to turn out the way I thought it would. It was my mistake. I should have gone up north, but there are future weekends. Summer's not over, and I'll move forward from here. Have a great night, everyone.